The so-called reporters at CBS News are losing their minds. Down and out, their hopes have been doused, and now they know there's no chance they can ever get rid of the new boss, Bari Weiss. Meanwhile, she's cleaning house, and you won't believe the reason. She'll never, ever leave. Sorry, corrupt network news, your doom has arrived.
The biggest difference is people do not trust us like they used to. And it's not just us, it's all of legacy media.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to A Good Time, as we always have here on the Pro Channel, the happiest YouTube place to be that ever set sail across the digital 7 seas. Ladies and gentlemen, click the like button, drop a comment down below, and let's go, go, go! And if you're one of the few, the last remaining, who have not yet subscribed, it's a good time, every time, right here where you be. Mediaite has this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to it. It's hosted by Yahoo News. Michael Luciano says, it feels like the end of CBS Evening News. Staffers reportedly are up in arms amid Bari Weiss's reboot of the legendary news program. Legendarily corrupt. Sorry, Dan Rather. By the way, folks, I'm going to come back to this article in just a second. I'm going to tell you what they're saying. And then I'm going to show you, folks. Don't go anywhere, because I'm going to show you why. There is literally nothing they can do to get rid of this woman. There is nothing. She is not going to leave. The Ellisons have put her in place, and we now have the info, folks, you need to see to know why the network news people who hate her can do nothing. Glorious nothing to stop what she's going to do to them. What is it she's going to do to them? Well, let's go here. This is a ill-timed frame of the new guy taking over CBS News in, well, if you're watching this video at time of release, just a couple of hours. Here's what he had to say under the direction of Bari Weiss as Tony takes over and CBS News goes a new way.
A lot has changed since the first person sat in this chair, but for me, the biggest difference is people do not trust us like they used to. And it's not just us, it's all of legacy media. And I get it. I get it because I've been hearing about it from just about everybody for more than 20 years as I've traveled America on this assignment or that. My mom's neighbors in West Virginia, my own neighbors in New York City, thousands and thousands of conversations in between. Sometimes,
folks, I know I've played this before. Played it once before, and some of you out there who watch the channel with the kind of pattern that we hope that you do, with the kind of scrupularity. Don't play that in Scrabble. It's not a real world. Those of you who tune in often, you're saying, Pro, why are you playing it again? Because this guy is going live with this kind of a message in a couple of hours. And because this is what has soured the network news folks, not just at CBS, but at ABC, at NBC, also at PBS, CNN, MS Now. They're furious. How did this woman get in charge of CBS Evening News? Not this woman, he's a man, but Bari Weiss, who's telling him what to say. Well, they're never going to dislodge her. This out of Yahoo News, again hosted by, who did we say? Mediaite. CBS News editor-in-chief Bari Weiss is reportedly kicking off the reboot of the CBS Evening News with a 10-city tour, on which she will accompany the program staff and bring her 5-person armed security detail. Now, after what happened with Charlie Kirk, can you blame her? After how much these people hate her, can you blame her? I frankly think it's inappropriate that Mediaite is calling out how many people are in her security detail. But it's out there, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to hammer them for doing that. I think it's inappropriate. On Friday, The Independent published a revelatory piece by Justin Baragona about the internal turmoil at CBS News, a.k.a. they don't like her, which Weiss was tapped to lead by Skydance CEO David Ellison after the media mogul bought Weiss's free press for $150 million in October. Hang on to that number. This really matters. Now, have you ever heard of a classroom that has a teacher in it that the students don't like at first because she actually makes them do their work? Would you ever frame that as the classroom is in turmoil? No, of course you would not. You would say that there's a strict teacher who is suddenly making the students work again. Bari Weiss is the strict teacher, and the students are actually having to do their work again, and they're having to admit that they did not get passing grades previously. That's why there's a new teacher in the classroom. Now, you may not like Bari Weiss. You may disagree with her on certain things. She's definitely no conservative. She is somewhat centrist, but I would say she leans to the left, although she's fair in her reporting. Bari Weiss is simply making these people do their job. And the way that the news media, not just at CBS, the way that they're framing this is, there is turmoil. Turmoil, they say. The turmoil is they're going away. The people at CBS News who refuse to do what she says because she's the boss. And remember that number we talked about, $150 million? That's why she's not going away. There's nothing they can do. They can refuse to work with her. And they have a very fair way of getting out of there, and that is get fired. But there is no way on God's green earth, with the blue seas and the skies up above, that Bari Weiss is going to get dislodged for anything other than absolute criminal activity, because the Ellisons who bought CBS News, and CBS News tried to stop them in every way possible, I believe, when Paramount Skydance was trying to buy CBS, $150 million is invested in this woman. $150 million does not get recouped. They bought her company for $150. She's not going away. There's nothing they can do about it. And so now, the only thing they can do is shriek. In a video posted by CBS on Thursday, the couple pledged he would not be beholden to the network's corporate overlords. As long as I sit in this chair, you come first, he said. Not advertisers, not politicians, not corporate interests. And yes, that does include the corporate owners of CBS. I report for you. The couple's first show is on Monday. And over the next 2 weeks, The Independent reported that the program will be broadcast from 10 cities across the United States, including some of those red states, Miami, Dallas, Detroit, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh. Weiss is reportedly chartering a private jet to each location. Now, let me tell you, they are not at all offended that she's taking a private jet, except for maybe they're going Greta Thunberg on this. Every one of these people at this level have to take a private jet. And I'm not in favor of people taking private jets unless you just have to, but she probably does have to because of the number of people who want to get her. You think she's got a security detail for fun? Jeremy Barr has this out of The Guardian. Blood in the water. Bari Weiss's chaotic first 3 months in charge of CBS News. Weiss is embroiled in her first major controversy as editor-in-chief as her hand-picked anchor takes evening news show. Really, because every week there's a new controversy, I was told. But you know what? They can call it whatever they want. They can call major controversy, embroiled, turmoil. They can't get rid of her. They can't get rid of her. You can like her, you can dislike her. Folks, sit back and enjoy. Savor the fact that there's nothing that these crazy, corrupt, woko journos can do to get rid of this woman, and they can't stand her. Says taking charge of CBS News in early October with no television industry experience. And already facing both deep skepticism, from many network employees and a faltering business model, Bari Weiss began with a lot working against her. I'd say if you got $150 million invested in you, you got a lot working with you. Still, her 3 months as editor-in-chief have been more chaotic than even many of her critics expected. There is blood in the water, said one CBS News journalist. I'm sure on condition of anonymity, who, like the others quoted in the story, was not authorized by the network to comment. Blood in the water. Folks, there's no blood in the water. The only blood in the water are the people who she's going to exit, she's going to remove. Just like Elon Musk ripping the Band-Aid off. You say, why is Margaret Brennan still there, Pro? You did a video this morning about Margaret Brennan interviewing Marco Rubio, and it was so terrible. Like, she can have her opinions, she can be on the left, but she's bad at her job. Why is she still there? Contracts, folks. They got to get new people. They got to phase these people out. Contracts, folks. Their time is running up. That's the blood in the water. No blood in the water for Bari Weiss. Quote again, this clumsy editorial interference endangers 60 Minutes' role as CBS's flagship public interest broadcast and as the news division's most profitable franchise. This was an early draft of the letter, which was originally slated to be sent on Saturday. The crown jewel of the network you recently acquired now faces a crisis of credibility and trust. 200 journalists signed it. 200 journalists, every single one of them above rapport, above reproach, above the plebes in the drive-over states, flyover states who dare question them. How dare you question their Ivy League credentialities? Well, she is, and she's got $150 million behind her, invested in her, and that's just the beginning of it. And therefore, she's not going anywhere. And if you think it's just the left going after Bari Weiss, think again. It's not. Why? New York Post. Megyn Kelly, as she likes to call herself, and well, that's probably what she is called since she calls it, and it's her name. Megyn Kelly declares CBS News legacy media dead as Bari Weiss feud escalates by Ariel Zilver. Megyn Kelly dismissed CBS News' efforts to reignite interest in its evening newscast, declaring legacy media dead as she escalated her feud with the network's editor-in-chief, Bari Weiss. Nothing will happen at CBS, Kelly declared on X, responding to a post about incoming CBS evening news anchor Tony DeCouple. Nothing! Legacy media is dead and evening news has been totally irrelevant for a long time. CBS has not had evening viewers in any competitive way in more than a decade. The ex-Fox News host added, it's not reversible. Sour grapes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you know I call the legacy media, the dinosaur media, going extinct and all of that. Now, I do that for a particular reason. I do that because they are indeed extinct. They're extinct in the way that the new media has taken over. However, you don't hear Megyn Kelly coming out and saying the same thing about ABC and NBC. She has a personal vendetta against Bari Weiss. And why? Because whatever flavor of the new media that Megyn Kelly is part of, and Tucker Carlson and some of these others, they're very opposed to Bari Weiss. It comes down to stuff with Middle Eastern politics that I won't get into right now, but I just want you to know that it's not just the left that is coming out against this woman. There are those who fancy themselves as part of the right. Maybe you disagree or agree with that, but they don't like her either. It doesn't matter. She's not going anywhere. You can't remove her. She has $150 million invested in her. There is no other TV personality out there that has anything like that you've ever seen. Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, they're getting paid less than 5% of this. Nobody gets these kinds of numbers, but the Ellisons have entrusted her to do this.
People want to talk to me about our coverage of NAFTA or the Iraq War. Other times, it's all about Hillary Clinton's emails or Russiagate. Or more recently, COVID lockdowns, Hunter Biden's laptop, or the president's fitness for office.
As we get ready to wrap, ladies and gentlemen, why does he bring up Hunter's laptop there? What did we talk about this morning on the channel from Catherine Herridge? The idea that CBS squelched the story with Hunter. Folks, there is more afoot. There's more to come. And the Margarets and the Scott Paley Peeleys and all these people, Leslie, we're talking to you over at CBS News. They're getting ready to go away. And the problem for them is there's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to go. CNN can't pay them. Their ratings are terrible. MS Now, worse somehow. And ABC and NBC, scared to death of doing anything right now because under this administration, they might face another one. They might face the Vance administration in a few years. And how is that going to go for Disney that needs all kinds of help from the feds to get things through? We're looking at ESPN. Ladies and gentlemen, Bari Weiss is the moment in time. She's the glacier. She is the glacier. She's the iceberg to the legacy media Titanic, but also to a few on the right who have taken on a very novel approach to how they're going to cover geopolitics. Right or wrong, whatever you think, folks. Right now, it's all about Bari Weiss, and she's about to take a knife to the not-so-nice media. Folks, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment down below, let us know your thoughts. And until the next time, we have the opportunity, the privilege of spending time together. Keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
You know what? I don't even care this time.
Well, you should know that I'm preparing to...
Nope, I said I don't care. Whatever you're doing, I don't care.
You don't want to know that I'm auditioning for a Pro's new rock station on New Rock Radio?
Nope.
You don't want to know that he now has Vacation Radio and New Rock Radio on Prelude Studios, which used to be Vacation Radio, but is now so much more?
Well, maybe.
You don't want to know that I purchased this guitar and these sunglasses using the credit card that you humorously labeled for emergency uses only?
Wait, what? You did what?
Oh, see, now you're taking interest in my passions and abilities. Okay, so Jose, you're sure that we ordered the $10,000 drum kit before Floral canceled the credit card?
It did, Mr. Drum Set. Check.
Nice. Okay. Oh, and the didgeridoo? That will increase in value so that Floral can send his kids to college?
Academia. That's it.
Why is there a didgeridoo on the front porch? I'm gonna bury that little troll.
Jose, Google how to play didgeridoo. We're gonna need to justify this somehow.